crispy.
So before I ship these out today, these are just accessories to a subway dial that I created for Boog. Unfortunately, I did not take any pictures, any finished pictures of the subway dial, or record a video. One of the few times that I didn't get a chance to do it. I was up against a deadline, and it was a birthday present that Boog received from his girlfriend. So I just needed to get it out, so I didn't get a chance to really record the dial itself. So unfortunately, you guys won't see that. You will see Boog using the dial in various shots. So if you're not following Boog on Instagram or here on YouTube, please do so. He has a great channel, and it's Boog Nice 10 here on YouTube. But anyway, so Pep wanted me to create a candy stand for the subway or a newsstand, so I created this, and this is just made out of foam, a project foam board. The candy itself is just printed out, and what I did is I kind of use the same technique that I would use for making bricks on a wall, on a dial wall, where you just kind of lay it out and you cut it with the blade and then you run something through it. So you can kind of see that they're somewhat separated. But my first time trying, I think it came out okay. If you get the right angles, it'll look good. If you get the wrong angles, it'll look flat. I definitely like the magazine stand in the back. That looks pretty good, and that was just created, again, sizing magazine covers, and then I glued them to foam sheets. And I also created a couple of comic covers in plastics. I thought that was a pretty cool look. And Boog is from Harlem, so I made sure that we kept the Harlem flavor by having that flyer there, that one in the back, the Bronx. Boog is from Harlem, Bronx. And we have an ACBA calendar in the back. We have where it's cool to be a poser sticker set up there. And this also has, let me get this guy. I just wanted him there for scale. But I also created a door. No hinges or anything. I just put a strip of hot glue on the other side, and hopefully it'll maintain. And something just fell off the top. Oh yeah, and I also gonna throw this newspaper. So I'm all over the place here. This newspaper. So yeah, so it has that door. So it I think it came out pretty cool with a picture of Billy Mahoney on the back. Also created this trash receptacle out of a toothpick holder. Looks similar to the ones in New York. I just gotta put a little label on it. I'll do that at work before I ship it. And then finally, this bench. I thought this bench came out really, really cool. You know what? Before I go into the bench, let me head back to this. So what I did here, instead of adding lights, what I did is I added that sheet that I usually add to the windows. Like, I always forget the name of the sheet. But anyway, what it does is it allows a light from above to make, it makes it seem like it's some sort of lighting system that is inside of the newsstand, when in reality it's just a light shining above. And yeah, so back to the bench real quick. Thought it came out good. This is all insulation foam board. I just have to, had to cut it in half. It wasn't the easiest. You can see here in the back how rough it was. But I thought ultimately at the end it came out pretty accurate to the ones in the New York subways. So I wanted to definitely take a quick video before I ship this out. And I'm out. Peace. In the midst of creating 6 million dioramas at one time, I do need to take a few seconds to put up a shot, put up an ACBA shot. So these are actually two containers that I believe I have to hit up Chris and ask him. I think Chris Espinoza created these. These were sent to me by a gentleman in California who just wanted me to do graffiti on them. So I did graffiti on them, and I'm gonna mail these out soon. So I wanted to take a shot here, and I just wanted to do something where Ghost Rider was going after this bad guy who's actually, you know what? Let me turn on this light. So this bad guy is actually, it's a Doctor Strange head that I just literally magic markered a beard and covered the white on the sides of his head. So kind of became my goon. So it's just a goon that Ghost Rider just happened to have trapped. I was having a difficult time trying to light up this chainsaw. Tried my best. It came out okay. The shot itself was okay. I was pretty happy with it. I could have done a couple of things differently, but not with the lights that I have here. It's just nothing I could do with these lights. But I know what I need to do, which is great. Because as I'm taking this shot, I'm thinking, okay, if I had this, man, we'd be good. So wanted to just share this quick setup. And it's this old G.I. Joe Dio grassy type dirt floor that I had created a long time ago. You can see some of the dirt over there. And just check out this this chainsaw is from an M&M action figure. I forgot. Insane Asylum or Asylum, something like that is the name of the company. So I kept the chainsaw, and that's just a Coulson body with that head and Ghost Rider, the newest Ghost Rider release. Yeah, so just wanted to share a quick little setup, and I'm out. Peace. In the beginning, when I first started creating dials, this was one of the first dials that after I created it, I was like, yo, I can rock this shit out. I really did some research on this one, and I wanted it to look like an abandoned Victorian style house. So I went on, I Googled it, and I got a bunch of different reference shots. And for the most part, back in the day, the walls were this plaster type material, and what kept it together, what kept it padded onto the wall was these little wood beams, but they would have cement coming out, like between here and whatnot. So I didn't go that far, but I still think it came out pretty good for what I was looking to do with it. And this was also a time when I built all my dials like at 2 feet. So there's like 24. So I used to just make all my dials 2 feet long. And in displaying and in action figure photography, you don't need to really make the dials super big, unless the scene calls for it. Unless what you have in mind is a very specific type of shoot. But for the most part, you can get a lot out of a smaller dial. So these days, I think 16 inches across, 12 inches tall, and 11 inches deep is kind of a standard for me anyway. I'm only speaking for me, but I think it works out really well if you create it correctly and you get all those angles. So I wanted to just show this dial as I'm shipping this off to a new home. It's going it's leaving me, y'all. So this is bittersweet in that this was like one of the dopest hardwood floors I think I had ever carved. This might not give it justice. Some pictures I took definitely gave it justice. Also has some cool features. I still need to find, before I ship this out, so I basically made some hardwood planks, I guess you could say, so that when a character kind of fell in there, would be to the side. And then these, I just found these. I completely forgot that I created these so that if somebody had set up a shot where somebody was trying to punch Spider-Man, I think, and he moved and the bricks just went flying. So you can actually put these bricks on little you can just hook them up. These little metal wires, these really little thin metal wires, can just plug right into the foam, and you can plug it right into any little piece there or in between where the grout would be on the brick, and you can set up a real cool shot. So he has that as a bonus. So I'm shipping this off, and again, it took a lot to decide to move on. But I think I have so many older dials that
I'm not really motivated to create any for myself right now, and I also have orders that I'm taking on, so that's taking up some time. So I said, you know what, let me just move these bad boys up. Not only that, but my car needs some repairs, to be truthfully honest with you. So word, I can move these to somebody who will appreciate them and get a few bucks, and I can just repair my car that's getting old. It's a 2007 CRV, so it's almost at the 10-year, or at the 10-year mark pretty much. And this is another dial that I sold, and yeah, man, this was again one of the first ones that I created where I put a lot of love and effort into it, man. I mean, I went in. I made sure that at that time the cracks to me made perfect sense, and then the bricks I wanted to be, you know, semi-destroyed looking, but still be intact, still be strong enough where, you know, if a character is, or if, you know, a person, because the way you visualize it's a person going in there, but in reality an action figure, but where they can be in it and it's not falling apart around them, so it's still strong enough. That was my, you know, my mindset when I created this is make it kind of falling apart, but not falling apart where you can't take a stroll. I guess the best way to put it. This is, I think, one of the first times I used that mossy stuff that gave it a, you know, gave it a nice realistic look. And I definitely like that feature. I took a lot of good shots here. I took a couple Zelda, or excuse me. Ooh, yo, y'all gonna kill me. A couple Link. Legend of Zelda, a couple Link action figures. Or a couple shots here with my Figma Link, which is one of the dopest figures that I own. To this day, I love that figure. So I took a couple cool shots here. I also took a shot one time that, one of the first shots that I got some good love for, but it was like Thor was just standing there. If I find a shot, I'll put it at the end of the video. But Thor was just standing there, and I had the light coming in a way where you knew it was Thor. You saw a silhouette plus some features of his costume, and it made, you know, kind of give it a real menacing type of look. So I'll see if I can dig up that shot and put it. So that one's leaving. That one's gone. That one's sold as well. And by the way, the first one I showed actually is going to the winner of the Rubble Pack 3. So the winner of the Rubble Pack 3 basically decided to take credit and put it towards that bigger dial, which was the one I just showed you, to the store living room. All right, and last but not least, and actually, I think I'm gonna put this up for sale as well, because again, I'm just trying to move some dials, and this is for 3 3/4 inch. This was my first real serious 3 3/4 inch dial, 1/18 scale dial, and I never finished it. Right, I did that room, so that came out pretty cool. I can do a few more things, and that room is blank. So I'm gonna see if I can come up with like a deal and be like, yo, whoever wants this, you know, this is the price, and then I'll hook up that second room to your, you know, to your specifications. But you know, it was cool hardwood floors, and again, this is for 1/18, so for like basically G.I. Joe. I created it in mind for my G.I. Joe figures. Eventually, I ended up selling most of my G.I. Joe figures last year. I think around the summertime. I just decided to just stick to the 6-inch figures and the 1/12 scale and get away from the 1/18 scale. So I am going to attempt to sell this one on Instagram today. So yeah, man, I just wanted to show you guys a few dials. See, I brought them out because one of the things whenever I resell my, or not resell, but whenever I sell my personal dials, they're always nicked up because I kind of stack them up like books. So they hit each other. So like over here, I had to repair some of the bricks and put black on them. So I'm letting that dry so I can just come back with the brick color and send them off looking nice and crispy. And yeah, man, just want to show you guys 3 dials, 2 that are sold and gone already, and a third one that I'm hoping to get rid of, and starting all over again. But yeah, man, this one's kind of dope, dude. This is I went in on these little ass bricks, bro. This is pretty dope. And then the doors work, so you can take the doors out, and then you kind of have that shot there with the broken wall, the hole in the wall, and you can kind of see a stud. It's kind of a good look. Ah, yeah. And on and out. With about 2 minutes to go in recording time, I will get this in under 2 minutes. Yeah, man, just setting up a shot. I just finished this dial. This was the warehouse dial that I finished up, and wanted to just take a shot, as I usually do, take a shot in the dial before I send it out for promotional use. But yeah, I was trying to take something like this where I would cut off. So anyway, let me show you guys first real quick. This is what this was the goal. So I'm trying to do that,
what Batman is doing there. So I'm trying to do that. It's not exact. It's obviously never as easy as it looks. But anyway, so this was my interpretation of that. Is that, and I'm gonna post a picture up. I think it came out okay. Could be better, but it came out okay. And I have my cocoa butter holding up bullseye. Alright, y'all. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a back behind the scenes look at this particular setup. And I am Audi 5000. Peace. Alright, so this is I guess you can call it like a promotional shot, but I just took a picture and put it on Instagram showing more than anything I just wanted to show the scale of this die, which I think is, I don't have a ruler, I think it's, the base is 7 inches, so that it allows that 1 inch in the back to be swallowed up by the wall, which in turn makes it a 6x6 of space. So anyway, just set this shot up real quick and just had that pool. The cutout was something that I got from Michael Wisman, but I never, he sent me, most of the times when he sends me cutouts, he sends most of them are cut ready to be used, but he also sends me some uncut ones so I can kind of practice. So did that, didn't come out great at all. Yo, horrible at cutouts. Yeah, I tried today too. Anyway, that is the palette that's going to be the winning palette. So if you get that palette, you would have won. The 12 by 12 dial valued at $75 is the prize for winning this raffle, this Rebel Pack 2 raffle. But anyway, so that is the base. So you can kind of see some more angles and you can see it in use. And that's just a hand that was chopped off by Joanne when we were in the tournament and we had a zombie theme. So that's just enough, easy enough to just set up because it's just a hand sticking out of the sewer there. Alright, yeah. So what's up, y'all? So you would think that I would be well, I shouldn't say that. Some people may assume that I'm an extremely organized person, and generally I am pretty organized. For whatever reason, sometimes things get a little crazy in life and you become a little less organized. But for the most part, if you are organized, generally, even when you're unorganized, in your own mind, it's organized. So I'm going to show you guys my space right now. It is spring as of yesterday. So at some point in the next couple of weeks, this is all going to change and I'm going to go into, organize this in a way that makes sense and it's easy to navigate. But this is my workspace pretty much, or at the very least where I keep all my dial related stuff.
in this little corner. Alright, ready? Here we go. Alright, man, so this is the desk I'm supposed to be using. I generally end up at the kitchen table. It's a little bit taller. A lot of times I end up working next to Joanne, so we have more space on that kitchen table. But this is just like a little 4-foot table, whatever. This is underneath my desk. This is where it gets a little crazy. So these are all the bins or the drawers where I keep my everything related to like dial making or whatever. Here's my packing bubble wrap thingamajiggies and some other stuff for shipping out dials. These are just little bags that I used to use for t-shirts, but now I blow them up, put air in them to just give it a little more protection when I ship out dials. This top spot is supposed to be where I keep like tools, like scissors and all types of different tools that I really, you know, should be better about, because tape and tools, maybe that's what it was at some point. This drawer was where I was supposed to keep straws and like I think wood, but there's hardly any wood and just like a bag of straws and some other stuff, so I need to work on that. This here is where I was keeping, I have no idea what I was keeping there. I really don't know. We got some moss and we got some other stuff. Down here is where I keep a lot of my plastic stuff. This becomes kind of, you know, parts of dials and what have you. But for some reason, I also keep a lot of plastic stuff here. Maybe I just got overfilled this one and now I'm here. I don't know. And then down here, just random shit. I don't even remember. Oh, look, I could have used this yesterday. That's cool. I made another one. That works. Then over here is where I have a lot of my props. And it's blocked off, so you can see like a chair, the director's chair, and a mailbox. So a lot of this, the props for like action figure photography will be going downstairs, and all I'll keep up here is just stuff to build with. There's my airbrush gun, there's my Dremel, this is my compressor inside of here, and everything else I bring out when I'm airbrushing stuff. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. So this is my corner. I'm going to eliminate that box. Everything's going to go in there. I just need to make this a little better.